This is exactly how I'm using ChatGPT for my cozy online business that has nothing, and I mean nothing, to do with content creation. Let's dive in. Okay, the first thing I use ChatGPT for that has nothing to do with content is to make sense of the analytics. I'm talking email marketing, Google Analytics, Instagram, YouTube Analytics, all the complicated terms and tech stuff that doesn't really make sense to me. The nerdy numbers. So I ask ChatGPT to summarize it for me and talk to me as if I am a 10-year-old. I will actually go into my Google Analytics. I will download a report, let's say from the last 90 days, and I will upload it to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT, well, what do you know? She's gonna let me in on exactly what this means, what can be improved, where my focus should go, and how we're doing. I'm all about tracking things. I love that, but sometimes it's just, especially Google Analytics, if you have a blog, if you have a website, you should totally get it. Sometimes it's a little hard to grasp all of the things and all of the reports and what is important, what should I focus on, how healthy are my stats right now. So this has been immensely helpful. I also want to say that I do pay for ChatGPT, so I am on their Plus plan. What I have actually done is I've turned on chat's memory. It doesn't matter if I start a new chat, it'll still remember things we have discussed in the past. So what I have done is I have uploaded all of my goals for past years, this year, all the things that I've worked on. I've done a brand refresh, so I gave it all of that information, my brand guidelines, my Pinterest vision board for my business, my target audience. I sent out a survey to my audience late last year with tons of nuggets, things that they have said they struggle with, things they want to learn more about. And I put all of their answers, of course anonymous, into ChatGPT just so that it can save all of this information when it comes time to create an offer, to strategize, to write emails, captions, and come up with content ideas. It knows my brand voice, the tone that I usually use, the vibe of my brand. Now, I want to say that I, of course, don't just go with what ChatGPT gives me, but this will give me a really great starting point for emails, for content, for offers, because it knows my goals, it knows what my focus is for this year, the intentions that I've set, and my whole brand guideline. If you're on the Plus plan, to me, it's so worth it because of this exact thing. This way, I don't have to, feed it tons of information every time I want to start a new chat. It remembers, it knows my brand. And what I'll actually do is on a weekly basis, I will ask Chat to remind me, what are my intentions for this year? Remind me of my big dream vision, my focus for this month. What are we doing this week? So it really does help my creatively scattered brain focus on what needs to be focused on and remember what I'm doing, why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so it's been really, really helpful for those weekly, sometimes even daily check-ins. What are we focusing on? So that I don't, go off here and start something fresh and sparkly, shiny object syndrome much. The third thing that I use ChatGPT for is project breakdown. Now, if I have a new project I'm working on, for example, I'm actually right now working on a brand new online course, I will let ChatGPT in on what the course will be about, who it's for, and then I'll ask it to help me break this down into manageable tasks. I use ClickUp, so keep that in mind. It helps me to create boards and tasks and columns in ClickUp as well. I'll also ask it to give me a calendar view of what needs to be done first in order to make the best progress. That way I can just move all of the tasks into my ClickUp and schedule it for when it needs to be done. Number 4, simplifying the tech stuff, the complicated tech stuff. For example, building out a funnel. Like, how does that all work behind the scenes? Let's say that I want to connect two offers to one another and I have to set up automations in ConvertKit because I don't want to sell to someone who's already in one of the offers, and then I have to connect it to a checkout, and then I have to connect it to the course platform, and then my email marketing service, and then I have to add tags, and it gets so complicated so quickly. So I have been using ChatGPT to talk to me and real simple terms. What exactly do I need to do to make these 2 things or 3 things or whatever thing that you're working on in your business? How do we do it? How do we cure the tech overwhelm in the easiest way possible? Give me a step-by-step for how this works and how I can set it up. Number 5, I've been using Chat as my little virtual assistant when it comes to building out offers, coming up with new ideas. And because my Chat, I don't know, I really should give her a name. Shelly. That was the first name that came to mind. That's weird. Since Shelly knows my business so well, she knows my target audience, she knows my existing offers that I have in my business, I really use her as a creative partner when it comes to coming up with new ideas where I have offer gaps in my offer ladder. Whoa, that was a lot of bro marketing terms. But basically, if I have any gaps in my offer suite, that's one thing I use it for. Another one could be I'll download a course or the script for one of my courses or the outline. Let's face it, I don't script word for word. I'll feed it into ChatGPT and I'll ask it, cut out all the fluff. Where am I repeating myself? I never ask ChatGPT to build out my offers. I do that myself. Is this bonus adding value or is it just more fluff? And that's how I use it to help me to create really great offers for my audience. The next one is all about the repetitive admin stuff that gets really mundane, really boring, real quickly, that honestly, let's use Chat for what she does best. That is helping to write out FAQs, refund policies, making sense of any contracts and legal stuff related to your business. I also use it to help me to break down pricing for offers. It knows what my monthly income goal is, and I'll ask it, hey, I have this offer coming up. I also have these offers that I'm selling in my business to make X amount of dollars per month. How many offers do I need to sell? Or what does this new offer need to be priced at so that I can reach my income goal of XYZ? And then you want to let it know what your typical conversion rate is, the size of your audience, so the size of your email list, and then it'll do the math for you. So good. I also use it for sales page review. This again is more of just an audit to make sure that I'm not repeating myself, that they're optimized, that they're converting well, and there's not a lot of fluff on my sales pages because God knows I can go on and writing. So this again really helps me to keep my sales pages more succinct. That's the word. I also use it to help me to make decisions because yes, creative brain here, lots of ideas, lots of things going on. Because Chat knows, or Shelly, she knows what my goals are, what my intentions are, what I got going on for the year. She'll know when it's time to launch that course. This will fit really well with the content that you have coming up, yada, yada, yada. And I'll ask her, is it time to launch this course or is it time to focus on this project? She'll give me pros and cons and it helps me to get the lay of the land, so to speak. Is that the right analogy? Phrasing? I don't know. It just helps me to get the picture of what my next project should be. And I'll let her know, like, I have this amount of time. I have this going on in my life right now. I'm able to work on these days. So she has all of the information. And that's it. Those are the main ways I currently use ChatGPT. That has nothing to do with content creation. God knows we get a lot of prompts and hacks and tips for how to get content ideas on ChatGPT. So I hope this was helpful, a little sneak peek into how I'm actually using it behind the scenes, aside from all the content stuff, because let's create our own content, okay? Let's not give that to the robots. I wish we could just get the robots to do our laundry and our dishes instead of taking over, the creative stuff. But this for me helps a ton. And so I hope it helps you. Cozy vibes. See you next week. Bye.